Hello, tribe! Here's your friendly neighborhood Tiger and your friendly neighborhood Divine, bringing you, as always, chaos, mayhem, and lots of love. Um, let's get it all out of the way today. Our disclaimer is this is not a show for children. Please drag them out of the room, duct tape them to the wall, plug their ears as we curse and talk about sensitive things that, are not for that age group. Anything that is said on the show is the fault of us, the moderators, and the guests,
Not my fault.
and well, mostly my fault as always, not have has nothing to do with our parent, platform MSP Wave. So you have to throw the rotten tomatoes on us. So, Divine, who do we have today?
Well, hello, first off, and yay! It's our 20th episode. So, yeah, it's very exciting. You're going to be able to win a lot of nice things. So, if you're listening out there on MSP Waves, try to make it over um, into the audience chat here on Discord. Who we have on today? Well, we have Lofi Freq, who's already with us in the chat room. We will be having the Sticker Boys and Endamist. Yeah.
Okay, so hello, Lofi Freq. How are you today?
Hey, I'm good. How you doing?
I'm alive, which is always a good thing. You never know. So
Thanks for having me.
great to have you. So you've brought
Yeah.
us some. You've brought us some goodies here today. The first one that you brought us today is Faux Beat Battle Remix. Would you like to tell us a bit about that?
I mean, it's just amalgamation of different styles glitched up and then kind of processed, heavily processed in a kind of ways that I like to mess with beats. There's no divine creation behind it. It's just more of just a fun beat idea that I had that I expanded out and kind of just made it pretty textured.
All right, so let's listen to that, and we'll be right back.
Cause I've been smoking for so long, like so long. Every day, I go home, I go straight to the weed. I've been smoking for so long. I go straight to the weed, man.
Very cool. Very, very cool. So, you are based in Oklahoma or are in Oklahoma at the moment?
Drag him back in.
Oh, okay.
He's here now.
So
Hey,
you
so yeah, that was a yeah. Just listening to it again, I just a couple of little things I'll say about that. So the vocal sample is actually taken from a documentary about the high school that I attended in the town I grew up in, and it's got a lot of really deep samples and stuff throughout the documentary that I watched and found about my high school. So that I grabbed that sample about it, and it's kind of like a youth counselor talking to this kid about like why he's fucking up in life and why he's not doing correct, and the kid's just like basically telling her like, man, there's so much stress in my life living here in the area, and when he goes home he just goes straight to smoking weed. And so I was like, that's a pretty raw sample, so I wanted to throw it in there on that kind of glitched out track.
I absolutely loved it, but I'm big on always putting noise and stuff. So, So you're based in Oklahoma, or are you just in Oklahoma right now?
I'm in Oklahoma right now. I've spent a good deal of my time out of Los Angeles, so that's kind of where I would say that I would be based out of.
So that has to be a change of pace, like LA,
Yeah,
Oklahoma.
I'm just yeah, I mean, I'm just on a work project doing some stuff here, so you know.
So it's not a permanent residence thing. It's just, you are there right now. Okay, so what do you do?
Yeah, exactly.
So what are you doing? The work project. What kind of a work project?
I'm a consultant. I do consulting work right now.
Oh, okay.
So
So
business upscaling, consulting, business connections, networking, that kind of stuff.
okay. So not non-musical at the moment. So the next one that you brought us is Mud and Bones trailer mix. You'd like to tell us about that one?
Yeah, so I made that in a studio in Santa Monica area. Just a lot of external gear was used for that also. A lot of like guitar, bass, live drums, things like that. We just did a huge recording and tracking section. Me and two of my friends out there at the time. So we just went really heavy and just did a bunch of like trailer cues and music cues and sound effects. And so this is like one of the songs that, we kind of, it came out of all of our messing around and stuff. We were doing like sound banks and sound libraries because I've been doing sound design and sound effect work for a long time now. My first sound design project was in 1999. I've been avid certified editor since 2005, and I've worked on a number of different types of projects. So I'm constantly doing audio in some form or fashion, basically. So
So
yeah,
you bleed and breathe audio. All right. So
it happens. Yeah.
Mud and Bones. Here we go. Very cool. Very, very cool.
There you go.
Yeah, that's my kind of stuff. You know, I love
Love
all
his
the noise and the samples.
yeah.
It's just like, yeah.
And he's a total gearhead as well. And he does live acts and he DJs. Oh my gosh. How many records do you have?
I just have 2 releases on Detroit Underground, and then I've been
No, I mean
collaborative
records.
artist
DJ
on.
records. When you DJ, how many?
Oh,
No,
vinyl?
vinyl. Yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
I have a room. I have a room in my house filled with vinyl. I don't know how
This
many
is
I have.
insane. I
Oh
love it.
wow.
It's
I
it's like
love
a
it.
it's like a 10 by 15 room.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I don't know how many records there are. There's a lot though. I've been collecting them since the 80s, so just
Wow. Yeah. I used
yeah.
to, yeah, I used to, but I had to leave everything back when I had actually an extensive collection of vinyl nails. I had an extensive collection of shellac, so like the 1920s, shellac discs
Yeah,
and things like
yeah.
that. I still have like about 10 of those, but I used to have like a ton, and I had to, when I moved to the US, I had to leave everything behind. It like ripped
They're
my
very
soul apart.
sensitive. Yeah.
Yeah, I had everything. I had to leave everything behind. It was bad, but moving on. But
Yeah.
Exactly.
I mean,
Positive, positive.
I've shed just crates and crates of records, when I've moved from city to city or places around the US. I've always just like give like friends like crates of records because I'm like, I just can't take this many. But then I get more.
Doesn't take a room. Oh my gosh, it's so cool though. I
yeah,
love that you're still like so much into vinyl.
I just got some really good new jungle right now from France. It's just some amazing stuff. But
Awesome,
I
awesome.
love vinyl. Yeah.
What's that, if I can ask? What kind of jungle? Who is the artist?
Just some crazy glitched out raga stuff. Just a couple different
I
people that
love
I've been
that.
listening to.
Nice.
Oh yeah, it's some dirty
Car
stuff.
alarm out there. Crazy. Weird. So yeah.
So, as always, we have an NFT that we're giving away, of you in the
Oh, okay.
audience. So how this works is we tell the audience that they have to post something. So, like the first person who posts a pink puppy with, smoking a cigar or something like that, and so you as the guest get to tell them what to post. So, what
I
does
gave
the
him the heads up yesterday. So
okay?
did you
So
think about something already?
I totally forgot about that. Yeah.
It's so funny. Oh my gosh. Okay, but
Um,
yeah.
yeah, I mean we can roll with a dog smoking a cigar. That sounds fine.
all right, so I guess the first person who posts a dog smoking a cigar will get this crafty NFT. And while we wait for that, you have brought us Like I Need You, Ken One remix. And
Oh yeah.
Naj
So
wins it.
that
No.
track's a really interesting one.
Naj! Congratulations. Oh gosh.
Oh, there you
Okay.
go. Boom.
Okay.
Dogs and cigars. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Okay, so we back to the track?
Yeah, so the track that's a pretty interesting one. So that song is actually used. It was used for an HBO show. I can't remember the name of the show, but it was like the title show, and it was like used for a lot of like commercials and stuff. And it was like a very big, popular show on home box office. And my friend is actually a contact of the band, so they got me the stems to that song, and I just twisted it around and reworked it or whatever. But yeah, I hope you enjoy it.
All right. Like I Need You, Ken Workin.
He is on trouble.
You listening to One Tribe Radio.
That was very cool. It had like a distinct James Bond feel, didn't it? Divine? All right, let's get back in. Okay.
Yeah, it has a little bit of a vibe to it.
Yeah,
Definitely.
definitely. It's like you know, what was it? Stirred, not shaken, or was it the other way around? I don't remember. Like, yeah. First thing I was thinking about. I'm not sure if Divine can hear us or not, but we'll make her own until she comes back to us.
That's fine. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
So
It was a really
I'm sorry.
original
Gosh, gosh.
track. I liked it in the beginning when I first heard it on TV, and then one of
Beautiful
my
track.
friends reached out to me and they're like, "Hey, the band wants a remix done," and so I was like, "Okay, cool." So I did the little remix for them. So
I love that track. I'm
yeah.
sorry, I just had to run out. This is like we're talking about chaos. It always happens on the show. I just get a phone call. My Matt's mom or Jeff's mom needed the car key, so we're
okay.
fine.
All
You're
right.
fine.
Okay,
No
because I
big
wanted
deal.
to say I love that track. It was really,
Oh, thanks.
really
Yeah, I picked it because it seems like I've had over the years I've had like the most interaction with like people hitting me private messages or sending me notes like, "Hey, this track is really nice." So that's why I picked it for the show.
aw, thank you.
Hmm.
So at the moment, do you have any like projects that you're working on right now?
There's a number of different things that I'm working on at the moment. So I have a live kind of like a live set that I'm building right now based around two different elements of electronic music, one being hard techno and one being hard jungle. So I'm kind of fusing those kind of elements together in kind of multiple sample layers and drum machines with synthesizers. Also, I have been building out my Eurorack system for this year, and I have it to a good point where I have
Put
three
some pictures in
dedicated.
the chat.
Um, yeah, okay. I don't have any on my computer. but
Sorry for
but
putting you on the spot.
but yeah, I have some dedicated voices that I'm going to be using just the Eurorack as just a very over processed synthesizer voice basically. So it's going to be pretty interesting stuff.
Well, definitely when you have, when you have it all together, please come back and drag it into the room. um,
Definitely.
Yeah,
Also, you
definitely.
probably have like a travel kit or something. I don't know. We talked about like the event that happened last year with like the blockchain, and it was called One Life Celebration. And we were talking about getting you back. Well, we are thinking about having another event next year. We actually had it planned for last year, going through all through the year, but then this stupid virus came, and we're not gonna like stop here. We're gonna like we're now planning it for next year because it's gonna be like a few events after another in an interval of like 3 months. So it would be awesome to have you there as well. Since I've been always talking about that, wanting to be wanting to yeah, perform next to you, or yeah, because
Yeah, I mean, I'm down to play live all the time. I mean, that's kind of it's been my thing since the 90s is kind of just playing live hardware based electronic music. And then I never played the same thing. So that's kind of like my kind of personal little thing that I kind of do. Because I know like it's fun to like build out a set and you're like, okay, this is my method, my flow of my songs. But how I see it is I see it like deconstructing, constructing different like grooves and different styles out of those elements. So I kind of like leaving it in a live realm to where I can just kind of freestyle or whatever. But I mean, with that said, I've gotten my live show down to a couple of compact pieces of equipment, and it's pretty easy to move
yeah.
around with. So yeah.
he says compact piece of equipment. He means 3 trucks and and an airplane.
No,
But
not even. Just two bags. Two bags. It'll be
Too
fine.
bad.
Yeah. Yeah.
so you
Nothing
brought
crazy.
us paths we take. You want to tell us a little bit about that one?
Um, let's give it a listen and then we can talk about it. I'll be more reminiscent of like the mood that I was in after I hear it again.
All right, there we go. Pass we take.
Thank you.
Boom. That was my favorite so far.
Wow, that's a good stuff. Let me grab him. Wait 1 second. I have some questions.
I have some as well. So,
So first off, before you get your question, oh my gosh, what's that? Whose mod is that you're sitting in from 2000? Was that yours?
Well, that's the system that we had up at Hans Zimmer's studio because I worked
Oh my
over there
gosh,
doing
you did
sound
with
design.
Hans
Yeah,
Zimmer.
yeah.
I'm gonna freak
I
out.
did
Did
I
you ever
did
tell
sound
me that before? I
design.
don't believe you did.
Yeah, I did some
That's so
ambient music cues and
awesome.
sound design for Transformers and for also the Simpsons movie.
Because you're
Yeah, it's pretty
amazing.
fun.
Hey, but with this little module setup, so
The
is
new
that
one, yeah.
is that in a is this like a casing? Did you do is that a bought casing
Yeah, my friend Gurr owns this company called Tip Top Audio, and that's one of his
It's really
cases.
neat.
They're really affordable and they provide the ample supply of power that's needed for that many modules, and it's super lightweight. And it's cool because there has like a little connector you can clip onto the sides, and you can mount another
Could
one
you
of those on top of it.
drop a link, please? I really like that. I'm just uploading
Yeah,
a
they're really
picture how
nice.
ours looks. It's not even comparable. It's so sweet because Jeff built like the casing, and on the one side of the board, I shouldn't be even be saying this about publicly. The board was too short. So it's really cute. I love him. But yeah, it's not as fancy and cool as yours. I like that a lot.
Well, I
And do you
mean,
know
listen, I mean, you
Bustle?
you use what you got, you know. I mean,
I
this
know,
case is
but
actually
this is like
super affordable. It's like 300 US or something like that. So it's like super affordable for that many size, for that size and all that. So it was something that I was like, you know what? Like I've done just bare frames on 19-inch racks, all kinds of different things and throughout the years. I mean, look at the frames and the racks in the photo and the link. It's just.
yeah, I will.
Yeah,
Hey,
I mean,
but
if
probably
you
know
look at those
Bustle
modules.
Instruments, right?
I mean, if you look at those modules, they're all hand painted too. So like,
Oh my god.
just yeah, building a lot of stuff back then. So,
So back to the song, what I wanted to
yeah.
ask was, I mean, there were like a lot of intricate little sounds that I absolutely loved, but I had the impression that a lot of them were actually modified vocals. Am I correct in that, or?
No, that's just all a lot of audio manipulation with time slicing, stretching, granular synthesis,
I swear,
different things like that.
I heard demons. They were whispering. Okay.
It's part of the perception that I was trying to achieve with kind of just these gurgling, modulating, bubbling kind of layers and
Yeah.
stuff. So yeah, thank you. I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Accomplished. Mission accomplished.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now
Trophy.
and now I shall sacrifice a virgin in my. Okay, never mind. All right. So we actually do have a little bit of time left, so I think we're gonna squeeze one more in. Let's see what we have on backups here. We have one called A Little Fluffy Circuit. Let's do that one.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, that one's a great one.
All right. You want to talk about it beforehand or after?
Let's talk about it after.
Okay, so you ready for it?
Oh yeah.
So fluffy.
Absolutely.
Totally fluffy.
What were the skies like when you were young?
The most beautiful skies, as a matter of fact.
What were the skies like when you were young?
The skies always have little fluffy clouds in them. Little fluffy clouds. They went on forever. Little fluffy clouds. The skies always have little fluffy clouds in them. Little fluffy clouds. They went on forever. Little fluffy clouds.
What were the skies like when you were young?
The sunsets were on fire. fluffy clouds. They were long, clear. There were lots of stars at night. And it would rain. Little fluffy clouds. It would rain. Little fluffy clouds. It would rain. Little fluffy clouds. They were beautiful. 'Cause I used to look at them all the time.
What are the skies like in New York?
The most beautiful skies, as a matter of fact. The sunsets were purple and red and yellow and on fire.
That was lovely.
That's amazing. He's just so creative. And oh my gosh, he's like you know, he's like so open-minded. He already worked like in because he was in LA. He used to be doing the sound works for like porn films and stuff like that. And actually he's a real great wait, let me grab him. Where is he? Is a real great visual artist as well. And
Hi,
you know what?
I'm
I'm
back.
such a freaking knucklehead. Hi, I'm sorry. Um I forgot to send the link, but I'm gonna post it into the chat right now. When you see his glitch art, he's just an all-round talent.
So are you on NFT showroom?
Yes, not yet. I think he's got the invitation. He's on Hive. So let me. Oh my gosh, puppies are saying hi to to Jeff coming back home. I'm gonna drop it. Wait 1 second. So
Yeah,
yeah, go
so
ahead.
so definitely, yeah, definitely go to NFT showroom because it's a small platform when it comes to NFTs. But Julia is very dedicated, and like it's really for artists by artists, and it's just quite different than the other platforms because like of late I've been
He
having
knows.
issues with some of the larger platforms. They're just so greedy, and
Yeah,
whatever,
absolutely,
and like
absolutely.
yeah, Julia does rock absolutely.
And
So
we need excellent art such as yours up on there, to really up the platform. You don't pay as much money because yeah, they're not greedy like Tiger says, and you just would round off the and up the community with like your individual
absolutely.
and awesome art.
And she's expanding anyway, so like also music at the moment, like we're expanding into music as well, and
I
and all
think that
that. Yeah,
wasn't that on there already. I thought that
yeah,
was
yeah,
on
we
there.
have music. Yeah, I know, but I say we're
Yeah,
expanding because in the beginning it wasn't. So like now there's music, and
it expanded.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, I have an NTF out right
Sorry,
now,
I'm
but
like
it's on Foundation. But I don't
drop
know if
it.
that was.
Drop it in
All right,
here.
here,
Drop it
check
in
it
here.
out. It's
That
pretty
absolutely.
intense.
I've acknowledged though that a lot of people are intimidated by all the platforms coming out and NFTs everywhere up and down the road. So yeah, I told you that like a few of the artists I actually that which one of them is going to come on our show in 2 weeks. It's actually a big win for me. Did I tell you that Blame is
Mm-mm.
coming? Oh my gosh, yeah. He just confirmed 2 days ago. I started the sentence like this. I mean, we've been friends forever, and I've loved his music since the mid of '90s when I started playing drum and bass, and yeah. So I'm like, I'm just gonna be bold and ask, yes, because it's like that kind of artist I look up to because he helped form me and led me in just take my step also behind the decks, and it's just such a freaking big thing. So yeah, so happy about that. in 2 weeks, guys. Drum and bass special with Nikki Havey,
Nice.
So Far, and Blame. Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool.
So it was absolutely
Go
lovely.
ahead. Go ahead.
It was absolutely lovely to have you. Please come
Thank
back
you so much.
and keep in touch.
He's awesome.
And keep us also
Yeah,
since you're also on Hive, we're gonna be watching you and reblogging your stuff. So, we're the
Oh, I still have to. I have to delegate him some money, some hives, so he can do that. I said that. I tell you, I'm such an airhead. No, I'm sorry about that. Lately, I
Oh,
said
Yeah.
I'm not
since
worried about it.
last
That's
year.
fine. Yeah, I mean, I'll
Okay,
just send you some information as I put out some more things coming out soon and all that. But
good
yeah,
stuff.
definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah, but
Yeah, and
also
welcome to the family.
yeah, and
you know,
absolutely you do use
One Tribe
Hive
family.
because Hive is also a worthy project, and the more good artists show up there, the more we can there's some people out there putting out really bad karaoke and we need to show some good music.
Up the class. Yeah. And hey, by the way, in the now, I just wanted to say hi. Look who's here. He's not been around forever. We missed you.
Hello, in the
Oh,
now.
Gecko. ¿Cómo estás? Hello.
There's so many people. Hive trending.
Yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, because you can win a T-shirt
Nine Claws.
today. One Tribe T-shirt.
That's true. Yes, we have T-shirts and NFTs and all kinds of good stuff. So
I love karaoke too, Stick Up Boys, but karaoke doesn't love me. Because singing, I'm not a tiger.
all right, so let's.
Thank you so much again.
Yes, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Let's bring in the Endamist.
Do you want to hang out with us? Oh no, I know you're really busy. You got to go save some plants, and so I'm going to
Oh,
pop
my
you back
goodness.
into the audience.
All right, cool.
Yeah,
Thank you. It
thank
was
you
good
for
having,
coming.
or good being on the show.
Good having
Love and
you,
hugs
and
coming
please
your
come
way.
back. All right, bye.
All right, have a great day.
You too. Bye. So,
Hi, Endamist.
love, you need to unblock your mic. There we go.
Yeah, I'm here.
Hi. You made it.
I did.
That's the main thing.
Yeah, it's a chaos day today. Don't worry about it. People are used to it. We're we're chaos pure. So there's that. So I met Endamist here when we were on a roleplay sim, basically fantasy based and whatever. And we started. She was role playing. She was role playing a slave, and I was role playing. So I think, and I always said that she was the best purchase I ever made in my life because we became friends and we built a whole huge city together. And she is such a great mesh artist. She makes clothing for virtual worlds and builds I can't do that. I can build towns and things like that. I cannot build mesh. She makes clothes and items and weapons and everything. So hi.
I make a lot of stuff and I keep saying, "Oh, it's easy," but then I've been doing this off and on for 20 years.
Yeah. So for those of you that are in the audience, I have a few little clips that I'm going to be showing right now of some of her work and of the city that we built and all that. So it's going to be running in the background. So go to mspwaves.com so that you'll be able to see the little movies that we have running while we're talking. So, how did you get into the mesh stuff?
It's kind of funny actually. I started out as a regular artist. I loved painting and drawing and I kept looking for a way to make things cost less for me because I just didn't have the funds. And I came across a site called Daz 3D. And a lot of the people that do 3D stuff know about Daz, but there's some of them that still don't. Daz sells a lot of 3D models, textures, just all kinds of stuff for artists who like to use 3D rendering engines to make their art. So I got really interested into that, and from there it just kind of took off into making my own mesh.
Very cool.
That's awesome.
So at this point in your life, you also have like you're basically mostly in two places. OpenSim, where we can just see right now some of the images there. That's actually the city that she and I built together, and like a lot of the things you see there, like the food, the cheese, and all that, she built from hand to scratch. We built the building together. We curated the textures and all that. The clothing, all the clothing that you see in the pictures that are going to be coming on, this is all stuff she built from scratch. Yeah. So like that dress right there is something that she made. So both there, and then Second Life. You want to tell us like a bit what Second Life is? Why don't you just tell people?
Well, Second Life is a virtual world. And it's not just for people that like to go in and experience a fantasy of something that they can't do in real life, which helps a lot of people, even people that are handicapped. I mean, say you've got a lot of people on there that are in wheelchairs that can't walk, and in there they can experience the whole they're walking, their characters are walking around rather than them being in a wheelchair. But there's also educational Sims in Second Life. And I apologize, Sam is back here making all kinds of noise.
Sam is her
Oh,
dog.
hello.
Yeah.
Hi, Sam.
But the whole world, the whole virtual world is user created. So all of the things that you see inside of Second Life, the trees, the grass, the flowers, the clothing, the items that people are wearing on their avatars, these are all created by the users. Um, Basically, Linden Labs supplies the place to meet up, and we supply all of the items.
Absolutely. It also was the first platform that actually had its form of crypto. It's not on a blockchain, but it is its own currency. That's like they were actually, I think, the first, right? Coming to think of it. Or was it OpenSim that did it first? Don't remember.
From what I understand, OpenSim is actually created from the original code from Second Life. So OpenSim was released after Second Life.
Oh, okay. So then it was definitely Second Life that had that economy. So OpenSim is basically very similar to Second Life. However, it's not as diverse because like it doesn't have people don't sell things there. You get everything for free. So like people will bring in an item. A lot of it is a little pirated and things like that. But it's also it has its own charm and merit, of course, you know. We built that city that you're seeing right now. We built that in OpenSim.
I'm sorry, it's just like that song skipped me. We built that city. On
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right. Rock and roll. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that thing that was huge. I mean, literally, you could have housed probably. I don't know.
That are we gonna get? Are we? We're not gonna know. Not with my horrible singing, but I'm sorry for interrupting. It's I think it's really amazing, actually. You know, to build a different world. You know, where like everything is possible again. You know, it's a way out of like your daily setbacks, I find. And it's what I find amazing about this platform is that you are all building it together, like a real world would be built, not only like a studio or like this
Well, also the thing with Second Life and things like that is that you have 10,000 worlds. Like you have things that they call them sims. So it's a certain they're all hosted on servers, but you can basically teleport to these places. So you can go and be in a Western city where people are doing like Western role play. Then you can go to a city that's actually or to a place that's actually just a huge art gallery. Then you go to a science fiction sim. You have sex sims where people do BDSM. You have it's like it's anything you think of you can build and make that world, and people can go
So
visit it.
is this also, this is not VR though, because I know
Yes,
that a friend
yes,
of
you
mine.
can. Yes, you can do
Okay,
VR as
wow,
well.
okay.
You can do
That's right.
both.
Like a friend of mine introduced me to, I don't know if that it was that program. I tell you, I'm an airhead. Recently, it's crazy. It's too much to do. Oh, did I say I passed my second to last course? One more, and I will have my diploma. But that aside, um, diploma in audio engineering. So I'm
Yeah,
just like
well,
so all over the place,
congratulations.
Congratulations.
Sorry. Yeah, and I'm cancer free also. It's been such a great week. My head is just like wow, up in the clouds the whole day.
It's all
Because I'm like
good.
I'm just happy dancing around the house. And and this friend said there's like real meetups and concerts happening, like real
Yes,
artists, great
absolutely.
artists.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's so amazing.
It's like actually, I've been thinking of actually opening a club back up
Couldn't make it,
because,
that couldn't make
be-
it to a real concert, you know?
yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
wow,
yeah, yeah,
I heard you sing.
and it also depends. Like, I mean, in Second Life, you're limited on how many people can actually show up, but like, OpenSim has larger capacity for people to go and look at the things, and
Okay.
Ollie has been DJing and actually doing it in also on a virtual platform. But this one
Oh,
you can,
she's coming next week.
yes,
Ollie.
but this platform right here, I mean, literally, you can do it. You can do VR, but you don't have to do VR. And the thing is, I mean, like with me and like me and Endamist, we met on these platforms. We might have never met at all. And and once
That's
you're in
cool.
there, it's really like hanging out
Draws
because
you in?
you know, you start getting like immersed. So it is
Okay.
like, you know,
I know.
it's like it's better than just talking on the phone because you actually can do things together, and it's just a completely different experience, and it allows people all over the world. Like, there are people from all over the world that use this platform that are now friends for years. I actually have a full family there, you know, that I've had for 10 years now. So, you know, I mean, so there's, you know, there's that.
Is this where you would hang your NFT art as well, right? Because it's your second home, like Second Life.
I haven't yet, actually. I'm thinking of, I had a gallery there before. I haven't, at the moment I don't,
I
but
mean, can you include this, like this, the art you buy, like online? Can you like hang this up on the wall? Is that possible?
you
Like
can,
separate?
yes, you can hang it up on the wall. But the thing is,
Include it.
but you also have to program things. So if you want, like what I'd had in one of my galleries was, I had the representation of it hanging, but then you could click it, and basically you would get brought to the website, and then you could, you know, see it there. So you do have to, like, you can write scripts and things like that to make things work. Like, Endamist here, if you see now this dress right now that she has there, that's sari, she built that. But not only does she build clothing, she actually also makes animations. So like, you see how that like how her Avi is moving, okay? That you have, there's several ways you can do that. You can do it with you can do it by motion capture, but what she also does for, like, if she builds furniture, which she does. Why don't you tell Endemis, why don't you tell people how you do it? The furniture captures.
So we're like I'm just like blown away by all of this. I'm
Divine.
just like, wow. Endemis, come back.
Endemis, why don't you tell us how you do when you do animations, how you do that?
Well, a lot of the animations I do from well, some of them I buy, and some of them I will make inside of Blender using an add-on called Avastar. Avastar actually helps with the binding clothing to the body so that it tells which parts to move when the body moves. And you can use Avastar to make 3D animations for your character, and then you import those and you set them up with furniture. I use another script that another script maker makes inside of Second Life that's called a Sitter, and that script helps you tell well, it's like a mini program, helps you tell it which animations to play depending on which position that the person chooses from the menu.
Yes, I mean, that's the also the good thing about these platforms is I learned how to do this stuff while being in world. I went there to
Oh
learn how to
wow.
build, what, because you have two ways to build. You can either build mesh like Endamist does, but in world there's also ways to build houses like with building blocks, and then you texture it, and then you learn how to script, and you learn that all in world by while doing. So like it really does expand your brain, and Endamist is
Yeah, it does.
yeah.
It is at this moment expanding my brain. I think this is so very. I've looked at Blender before. I actually downloaded it. I'm like, oh, what's this? It sounds so great. And I'm like, I'm so lost. So, being able to work this program, and it's is it uh, I would have to, like, it's a different world, and amazing. I'm so amazed that you're able and have the capability of using it and creating, a new world with it in the mist.
Well, that's one of the other things that I wanted to talk about was the fact that when people first look at Blender, they are so overwhelmed because there is so much to know how to actually use that to make clothing or to make objects. And when people get so overwhelmed by that, because I tutor people on how to use it to make stuff for Second Life or for Open Sims. And I keep reminding people, well, don't be discouraged because with the gaming community and the basically game makers, they're they're actually putting different people on different parts of the project. Like you'll have somebody making the concept art, another person making the actual object in a program similar to Blender or Blender itself, then you've got someone else that does all the textures and another person that does all the rigging. So, and what we're doing when we're creating as creators inside of Second Life, we're doing all of those jobs at once. We're doing all of those ourselves unless we have a team. And there's very few in-world creators that have a team. There are some, but very few of them. So there's a lot of independent people that are just doing all of that stuff at once, just themselves.
Amazing.
So right
We
now,
know that being musicians, that independent, even, and like not sponsored by anybody, doing all the work, and that's so amazing. What out I how many days, how many hours a day are you at it? It's your life, so you probably breathe this. Every molecule is in you
Pretty
because,
much, yeah.
yeah, that's how it sounds and looks. I think that's so amazing. I mean, you have invited me so many times, Tiger, but the reason why I have not really got, or why I haven't indulged, is because I know I would get lost in it for probably too long and I have like so much things to do. So,
but by the way, in the
ah,
visuals right
I envy
now,
you.
by the way, in the visuals that you're seeing right now, this is actually Endermis building a dress right now. So, like, it's sped up, of
Oh, wow.
obviously, but it's just showing, exactly the process of how she's doing it, and it's one of the dresses that she made for that role play sim. So yeah, she does it all from scratch, as you see. She gets this.
Wow.
Why don't you tell them how that actually works? Endemist.
There are actually several processes that you have to go through when you're making a mesh clothing item. First, you have to start. Usually, you have to start somewhere. Some people will start with a cube. Some people will start just building it right on top of the model. So there's just different methods to do it. And then after you get the model built, then you have to bind it to the armature, which is where Avastar comes in. You also have a process of where you have to add or tell it how to use the textures. And depending on how you want to use that inside of World, You either bake out your textures or you can use up to 3 different textures to create a material. And so it just depends on which way you want to use it in World as to what method you use when you're finishing it in Blender. And then of course there's the whole upload process. So there's a series of processes that you have to go through in order to make a mesh clothing item.
I just think it's like I'm in awe because, as I said, I can
Me
build
too.
I can build with Prim, which means I can build you a house, and I can build you a little bit with Sculpties, maybe like a few items. But I am actually going to learn Mesh from her when I finally get my behind up, because like, I mean, look at this.
Yeah,
Look at
well, that's the nice thing about, Second Life and Open Sims is you don't necessarily have to know how to use Blender in order to build stuff. You can use the primitives that are available in
yeah.
World to build, from primitives. It's just that Mesh helps reduce the number of prims that you use and the land impact. So being able to build with Mesh adds a new dimension to that whole building process.
For those who don't know what land impact is, basically each one, like if you have a simulation that you have, it allocates how much actually you can put in there. So it's broken down in little units called prims. And so let's say you have this whole sim that you have about 20,000 in Second Life, and in Open Sim it's a little bit it can vary of how much you have, because you have a little bit more control on how the simulation works. But in Second Life, it's about 20,000 prims that you have. So you have to keep it in there if you want to like make it nice. So you're trying to make something look nice with the least amount of impact to the server, to the simulation itself. Also, Mesh allows you to do a lot more, like what it is with primitives. It's limited what you can do. Like these nice soft curves that she's making here, you can't do that with a primitive. You have like basic shapes, and you can sort of pretend a little bit to do that, but like you can't get any flow, you can't get any whatever. You can sculpt a little bit, but it doesn't look as nice. Mesh looks a lot more real, and it's becoming more real. So there's that. Yeah. Did I forget anything, Endamist?
Well, I mean, then I mean, when they started Second Life, all we had was the primitives. And then later on, they added sculpties, which allowed you to kind of sort of manipulate the shape a little bit more. But it was through kind of a levels image they always look like rainbows if you looked at the image itself. And then we went to Sculpties. So Second Life has actually gone through a series of changes where it's just progressed and gotten more technical and more advanced as we have gone along. So
That's beautiful.
it's actually come a long way.
Yeah,
So yeah,
definitely.
Jex was just saying he has his own game. It's called Rising Star, and he does not have to. Hey, is this maybe? Do you need a programmer for better visuals, better graphics? Here, talk to Endamist.
Yeah, well, that's a little bit different. Programming and building mesh is a little bit different. It does
Well,
include
maybe
programming.
can you sell this out of the program? These
Actually,
visuals.
actually, actually, technically, anything that I'm making in Blender, and mind you, I
Yeah, that's what
help
I'm
people
thinking.
learn how to do the process, at least the basic process of how things go from, a cube to becoming this extravagant flowing dress or whatever. Um, I give them the basics and I just kind of let them expand from there. Because that's where people get stuck is they don't even know where to start. But
Okay,
all of this
you guys
stuff
need
that
to
I'm
talk.
making, all of the stuff that I'm making for Second Life can technically be used you can use it in VR chat. You can use it in what is that other
Uh, yeah,
MIMUV?
yeah, MVU, MIVU,
Yeah,
MIVU.
I always
Yeah,
get it
yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
I always get it wrong. You can use it in Unity for your own games if you're a game creator, but scripting is a totally different animal. Scripting has its own set of things, that's more like the programmer side of a game, and the modeling side is another part of the game, and then your actual flow and creation of your game is like what you would do maybe in Unity or something. But you can use all of these models in Unity as long as they are not too compact in data or high poly, which just basically means if they have a lot of complex little shapes inside of it to make it up, or framework. So usually with gaming, you try to keep things low poly, or have a very not so dense framework.
Okay,
Oh my gosh.
okay,
It's like
okay.
this is like I don't know, different language. I'm like trying to understand, and I love that I am opening this door to understand more. I'm in awe, just in awe.
I
And
think
yeah,
that's what
but maybe
people. Yeah, I think
maybe
that's what
you really
everybody
have the
says.
possibility.
Okay,
Go ahead, go ahead.
so 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 basically what Endamist is saying here, okay, is that when she says low poly, what she explained to me, okay, when it comes to building mesh, you have to imagine that basically what you're building is like a rectangle. It's a cube, right? And to build everything, you have to see it as origami paper. So the folds create, depending on how you program it, it's like you're folding this dress out of this origami paper, and every little fold has a bit of information. So you can make, the more complex you fold it, the more complex the object. However, the more folds you have, the more information you have, and the more impact it would have on the game. Does that make more sense, Divine?
That makes complete sense, but
Yeah.
everything of that is code, so it's written in language. I'm just like overthinking it right now. I'm just like,
Right. It
wow,
is.
where am I?
It is written in.
That's what Blender does. That's
Yeah.
Blender writes the code that while you create visually. So
Right.
you don't
Okay,
have to worry about the code that goes into it, but you
okay,
just
okay.
have to understand that everything that you add to that model, every little line, every little cube or triangle that
Okay, okay.
makes up a face, that's all data that is compacted into that model. So it's
Okay,
kind
I
of what I
understand that.
call
Yeah.
the hidden data or the hidden
Yeah, it's
parameters,
a lot of
because we
time
don't
and
think about them. Yeah, we don't think
yeah,
about them,
yeah,
but
yeah,
they are
yeah.
there.
Yeah, except oh wow, yeah, it's you're really detailed and yeah, it's wow. I'm just like taking it in.
So, like,
Amazing.
because you're thinking she's coding this. So this is so what she's saying is like these different
No,
programs.
I understand that she's not. She's probably using codes that are already written from somebody. I'm just like trying to see what the difference
Right.
between what Jux is doing because he codes everything, and like this is why I'm just like somewhere else as well, but also there, also in Blender, trying to
Right.
get it all
But
pinned down. And yeah,
she
it is
does,
good.
like, when it comes to scripting, she does write codes when it comes, but it's simple script that you get when you work with Second Life. It's like, you'll tell an object, basically. I can do a little bit of that as well, but she's better at it than I am. So basically what it is like, let's say you want a door to open. You write that bit of
Okay.
code. You say door opens
Yeah,
this
yeah. I just
way,
every
and like,
action, every yeah.
right, and then if that, when that door opens, you get this sound will play. So you have the, and they, though that you then embed into the object. So in that sense, she does code, but she only codes for the objects and little things of what they have to
Yeah,
do.
simple code,
Yeah,
simple code. I can do simple code. I can't do anything complex. That the Blender takes care of all of the complex stuff in the background. So I don't ever look at code as far as when I'm making an object. The program takes care of what code is in there. I just use the windows that actually have a parameter that I can set. I tell it like if it's going to be shiny or not. I have a slider that I can move in the program to say, okay, make this shiny 100%, or make this not shiny at all. I just move the slider. The program actually takes care of the code that tells it how to do that.
I know that Jugs does complex code. He's a programmer. That's why I'm like, I think maybe those two you guys could like though with like because you have the creativity. I don't know. I posted the Rising Star game. You can maybe get a sense in the mist what his they're still great graphics, but maybe they can move while they're playing guitar or something like that. Could be an idea. I like the game. I'm on it as well. It's a lot of fun. But you have to also do your research. But it's very good explained. It would be amazing, if you could, I don't
Yeah,
know, help them out.
that's a little bit, it's a little bit different because if you want, it depends on what the game is built on. If he has a frame, like if the
That's why
game,
I said they should talk. I don't know.
yeah, I'm just trying to say, but to
Have
bring back to,
handmade.
but okay, to bring back your question that you said, if can people export it? As she said, she can take, everything she builds can go into different platforms, and there are actually stores that sell that. She actually has a store, that she sells her mesh at. I did, and then she's also on different platforms that sell mesh, so you can just build like a dress, and then people will buy that framework, that mesh, and then they will bring it into their games, or they will change it or work on it. So that is possible. So that already exists, and people are actually making NFTs now too, 3D NFTs for games where
Okay,
them where the,
guys, here's like Endamist's first post. It's an introductory post. Come on up, go over there and show her some love. Welcome her
absolutely.
to the community. 22 Hive, 0.22 Hive. I'm gonna cry. That's not no. We can't do this. Come on, show her some love. Welcome her, because yeah, thank you for like the awareness and the open mindedness you're bringing us. And I just let me say this real quick. Hello, Frank White. We're happy to. He's going to be another one of our guests next week, and we're really looking forward to have you on next week. So sorry for dropping that. Don't we
So
have an NFT to give away?
yes, I was just about to do it. Okay, so
Yeah,
guys, we have an Endamist NFT to win here.
yeah, it's so cute.
So Endamist, what do they have to put into the audience to win this fluffy NFT?
Oh gosh, let me think here. A cocker spaniel.
Okay, so the first to put in a cocker spaniel will get it.
Since Sam is over here demanding attention.
Yes.
So your puppy is a cocker spaniel. That's cool.
Yeah.
So
Damn.
the first
Sam
person
again.
to put a
Hi
oh, okay,
again, Sam.
Sticker Boy wins. Sticker Boy wins.
Congratulations.
So, my darling, what are you going to do next, mesh-wise? Do you have any plans?
Right now I'm just trying to build up a little bit more content in my store. I've looked at my in-world store, because I've looked at some of the things that I have in there, and I'm like, I don't have enough in there. I have a lot of things, but not enough.
Never be enough stuff,
Oh,
right?
you guys are awesome. You're gonna have like some comments on your post, and like a little bit of love already coming to your way in the mist. Oh, the community. I love the
Oh, thank
community here.
you.
By the way,
Amazing.
her store is not called Endamist, it's called Mystic Veil. So if you get like confused why it's called Mystic Veil, it's because she is Endamist, because she tell us
Yeah,
what the name
my
means.
artist name. Yeah, my artist name is Endamist, and it literally is it's a phrase, but it's all thrown together. So it basically means in the mist. And the reason why I chose that name was because I love the fog. I love being in the fog. If it's foggy out, you can guarantee I probably want to be out there walking in it. So that's why I just chose that name of Endamist, because it means in the mist. But my virtual world store, I do have one that is called Endamist, and then I have another one that is called Mist Veil, and both of those are mine.
I don't think I did the Facebook of it, but I don't think the stores themselves. Throw the Second Life links into the audience chat so they can see it for the ones that are going in there. And yeah, we really loved having you here, love. This went like by really quickly. Please come back once you have more content and we have more because we should be talking about like all the tutorials and all that stuff.
Yeah, really.
And it
really.
was really
A
great.
lot of people have, yeah. Thank you for coming on, and you're
Oh, well, thank
so
you.
welcome. And yeah, invited, and yeah, I'm so happy to have you in the community. Yeah, you're teaching us a lot, so please come back. And anybody that wants some input and more understanding on this behalf, I don't know, is that okay if they reach out and contact you?
Oh, yeah, sure. I'm on Discord. I'm also on Twitter. Um, I have a Facebook page, so they can send me messages on any of those. They can also actually contact me through my YouTube page where I do tutorial videos.
There you go.
Awesome.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. Talk to you soon.
You and Sam have a great weekend.
Yes. I'll talk to you later once we're done here with the show, love. It was great.
All right, have a great day.
Yes. So next we have the Stick Up Boys, who's gonna
Stick Up Boys.
he's bringing us a charity event as well and all that stuff.
Yes.
But before we do that, we have a T-shirt to give away. Because it's
we do.
Yes, because it's the
I know we do. That was just a rhetorical question.
I don't know today. You're all over the place. I'm like, okay.
I am. I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, it's hard to think because I could just like go scream in the woods. I mean, I could scream out here in my apartment, in my house, an apartment, but people would think I'm crazy. I'm just like so happy, and this has already been such a great show, and yeah, I'm just like so happy. And oh gosh, just how I woke up this morning, my dear Tiger made me cry, but in a good way, because she showed me such a beautiful song. I in the end am allowed to be a part of, and that's amazing. So how could I not be? I don't know, all over the place.
I love you too. I love you too. Okay, so circling back to the T-shirt, my love, because we're running out of time.
I'm looking for the link. I'm just like rambling until I get to the site.
Okay, but we have to. So, what are they going to have to do to win this T-shirt? Because
you come up with something.
Oh,
I don't know.
I have to come
or somebody.
Okay,
yeah.
Great. She puts me on the spot. Okay, so to win this T-shirt, you have to find me. Since
one second. We need to say first off, the T-shirt on our site is gonna be in blue, but you can if you click the picture in the post in a second, or maybe I would just post the link as well.
What she's trying to say is the picture that you see is just one color option. There are several color options for this T-shirt. We will be discussing that with the winner then, and they can then choose the color they want for that T-shirt. Okay, so all right, to get this T-shirt, you have to find me a bumblebee butt. So find me a bumblebee's behind. I love
the cutest thing about like a bumblebee butt.
I love
Ava. Ava is Ivan Atman's wife, right?
Yeah.
So she posts this picture, and somebody they put like little legs in the bumblebee butt, and it's like she reposted it. It's the cutest thing ever.
I love absolute bumblebees. That is not a bumblebee. That's a bee.
No. Yeah, that's a bee. A bumblebee is like the little fuzzy one you want to pet.
It's the fat ones. You have to find me a butt.
Like my dog.
Almost, Rondon. Almost. And that's a human. That's a bumblebee. That's a bumblebee, but it doesn't show its butt,
I guess
does
he
it?
won.
Yeah, it does. It does
Oh,
show
no,
its
it's not
butt.
the, it's
No.
not the butt. Yeah,
Yes, it
No,
does.
the butt dance, actually.
Yeah, and it
It's
has
the butt dance.
Yeah, and it has the butt crack. So Rondon
My
wins.
butt dance. Oh my gosh, Endamist. That's a real bumblebee butt, though.
That's a real bummer, but Rondon had a butt too because that's a butt crack. So he was first.
Endamist is gonna get a sticker.
Endamist will get a sticker. Okay, Endamist will get a
Yes.
sticker, and Rondon gets the T-shirt. There we go. Did you write it down so we don't forget?
No, I'm at it.
Okay. So, yeah. So all that. Hello, sticker boys. How are you today?
Yo, how you
What
doing?
color and what size, please? Hi. Oh, it's so cool you
Hey,
made
can
it.
you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
It got on eventually. I have to say your language very good today, ladies.
Yes,
No
we've been
swearing.
trying.
No, I appreciate
You
that.
know, children might be listening, and yeah, it's not supposed to be us. Not that they haven't heard these words before, but you know, it's not. It's not. I don't want. It shouldn't come from me. But no, hey, I would. Yeah, I was really worried that you couldn't make it because yeah, I know it's for a good cause, and yeah, I didn't give too much away in any post. I thought that's your business, and yeah, why are you here today?
Well,
What's your
Well,
concern?
the first reason I sent you 3 songs, but the first one's over because we want to start doing kind of raising awareness for different charities with the stuff that we're doing. So this is the kind of first one we've done, and we wanted to kind of stick up for things that we thought was right. And so we thought we'd release a song called "Make Me Beautiful," and we're kind of working with Young Minds UK, which is a kind of youth mental health charity. So what we've done is we've got this competition running starting in about just over a week for people, not just to raise money. We are going to try and raise money. We've just started our Just Giving page, but also to kind of promote their message, and they've got a really positive message. So I've been posting Stick Up Boys masks around the world to people who've entered the competition recently, and then over the course of a week people are going to post using the mask, maybe using the song if they're doing videos, the positive message basically from Young Minds UK, which is essentially is about not being alone, speaking up for what's right, being optimistic, being kind, and kind of celebrating yourself. So yeah, it's a really, our first one like this. It's a really exciting project for us, I think.
Oh, that's such a great cause, and such great intentions behind it. That yeah. I have a guest back here, and he's like so excited to see us because the situation. It's the first day we've seen each other for 4 weeks. But yeah, what I wanted to say is thank you, for like pointing that out. I think the last year specifically was very hard on our young humans, and so it's very present in our life right now. So yeah, I just want to say thank you.
I mean, I
for
agree.
really.
No, when we wrote the song, I don't know if you've ever known an author called Roald Dahl. He's an English author, well, he's Norwegian, who wrote a story called The Twits. I don't know if you've ever read that, ever heard of that. But in that book, there's an opening scene describing Mrs. Twit, basically saying, if you have beautiful thoughts, you'll be beautiful no matter what you look like. And Mrs. Twit doesn't have beautiful thoughts. She ends up very not very nice. But the idea of just having beautiful thoughts is much more important than what you look like. And I think so many kids out there and youths are being judged by what they look like on TikTok or on Instagram or whatever other social media sites they're using.
Those aren't real
So it's about
places.
saying that there's lots of beautiful things out there, really. And it doesn't really matter what you look like.
It's
The other
true.
thing is like this is what I heard, that like kids want to get like medical operations, like surgical work to fit their like filter faces. People, you're beautiful, from the inside. That's what I grew up with, and that
Okay,
belief,
but yes, and I mean yes and no. Social media, yeah,
what
social media can be bad when
what
it
we were
comes to
talking
these
about.
things.
This
But what
I
I'm
know,
saying,
Tiger, but this is a
okay,
real
no,
problem
I am
right
trying to
now.
say something. Can I please?
I'm sorry.
But social media has also empowered a ton of disabled people, also places like TikTok. So it has both effects. You have a ton of people with burn scars and real disfigurement that have become social media stars because people look up to them and whatever.
Yeah.
And this dysphoria thing that you're talking about, yes, there is that problem at this point. You have that in South Korea a lot, where, like, 17-year-olds get these operations and whatnot. But it's a side of the coin.
No, it's
There's
not
there's
side.
there's
It's
always
just
been
like
body
this is where people
modification.
need help right now, I
Yes,
think, and
yes, yes, and no, because I am telling you, there's always been body modification. There's always been body
Tiger, but
dysmorphia.
you're talking about like the mental effects it has on people that think they're not pretty enough to be in this world. It's
Right,
about yeah uh taking your life because you think you don't belong, and I think that's why they're trying to point this out, and give it a place where people can turn to talk about it. Is this real? And you're beautiful, like they said, if you have beautiful thoughts, you are beautiful. Not
right.
really,
That's
because
and
that's
that's
what
not
you
a
are.
bad
Like
that's
you
not a
think
bad thing. I'm just saying that.
exactly.
But what I'm saying is that it's not social media's fault. It's always been there. It's now just more prominent.
Society's fault using social media, I guess.
No, it's just more in the open. Social media brings everything into the open. This stuff
But
used
we
to be
didn't have
hidden.
filters before, like
Right.
where you can make your eyes shine
Yes,
and your
but they would go and cut off their eyebrows, or they would go and butcher themselves in other ways. I am saying that is actually an inherent human trait, and the core is not
I
social
know
media. The core is in social pressure.
that's not
That is what
what
I'm
I think
trying to
we're
say.
saying.
Okay.
It's just saying the
Well, I guess
point.
what we're trying to say is with the
Exactly.
message with young minds is basically, let's just spread a little bit of positive love to each other and
Yes.
look after ourselves. And
Yes.
I think, you can put
Exactly.
blame, you can look at social and anthropology, but actually let's just spread some good times, some positive vibes in the world, and actually the world
Absolutely.
will be a better place, I think.
Yes, that's
But it's
great.
a massive issue. It's a
No,
massive issue.
Yeah.
yeah, it is. It is.
But as I
So,
And
but
said,
thank you
we've
for
got
pointing
loads
it
of
yeah.
out.
we've got loads of great remixes with this coming out as well. We got some of the EMA
Awesome.
involved. We've got James Black, who's a
Oh
resident stick up
wow.
boy. Actually, is number one on the Beatport charts at the moment. We've got Trip Jacker and Buffy
Oh wow.
from. We've got Hillbilly House over in America, Oslac, Scorpix, Ambrose Chapel, who I love,
It sounds like a
Carnivore, and
special,
Gribbles
a
have
Stick
all
Up Boys
done.
special, man. You should bring all those
Well,
people,
yeah, we just
working
wanted
for
to
the
spread the
guitars. How
word,
about that? Yeah, but
Yeah, we
So
just want to.
like
did
you're
you
doing that now. You're giving other people, the possibility to spread it as well. And I think the focus should be on them someday, and maybe a Stick Up Boys special, like where we can invite them to show and promote
I'll
their
try and get them
music
all
or their
here.
remixes. Yeah, that'd be so cool.
Yeah,
And Stick Up Boy
yeah, it would
party.
be cool. Yeah,
Okay,
Stick Up Boy party.
one question
Yeah.
though, like besides the music that we're going to be playing in a second,
Yeah.
is there a link where one can actually donate? Do we
Yeah,
have
I'll put
that?
that up in. So I've just sent you the main original mix. The rest of the mixes are coming out
Oh, cool.
next week. But I'll send our Just Giving donate page, which will just set up while you're playing the song.
Yeah, that's good. Okay, so the first, which one are we playing first? The ones that you sent
So
me, or the one that you sent me in chat?
no, just to Make Me Beautiful. I did number in the first three I sent you. That's the song for this
Okay, let me see.
competition. Then I sent you a couple of other new ones. So this hasn't been released yet. It's not released till next week.
Okay, so let me find it because I had to switch everything around. So now I'm like trying to find it. Where is it? Oh my god, what did I do? Make Me Beautiful. Yeah, I have it in my. Of course, it's not on there. It's in my little bag of tricks here. So Make
Yeah,
Me
we
Beautiful. Yeah, here we go.
So strike me out of luck, out of here, out of space. No room for the human race. Living together ain't as easy as it sounds. Some are up and some are down there. Oh yeah. And every choice you make will show on your face. It takes 1,000 memories to make you beautiful. To make you beautiful. can strike your life with the way you feel, and the kings of the planet ain't letting you have it unless you buy, drink, eat, and do what they want you to do. So strike me down, strike me dead. You can have what is left, although there's not much there. And every choice you make will show on your face. It takes 1,000 memories to make it beautiful. To make it beautiful. And every choice you make will show on your face. It takes 1,000 memories to make you beautiful. It takes 1,000
One Tribe Radio.
Brilliant. Where is he?
I grab him. You got him? Are you gonna get him?
No. I can't let me find him. Oh God. My hands. Okay, let's see if
He's back.
Okay, you're back. Okay, so by the way, I did want to say, like, I'm not poo-pooing your idea. I actually love the idea. I think what I was trying to get across is that, when you work with these kids, it has to be in an individual approach, because, like, for one kid, getting plastic surgery can actually save their life. With another kid, it can ruin their life. Like a kid with a kid with a cleft lip. Okay. They will be transformed into feeling beautiful by being able to do that. A gay kid who doesn't feel great, some will find salvation maybe in having makeup, while another kid might think that I'm never going to be beautiful without makeup. So I think the target needs to be, first of all, individual, what's going on in that kid's head, and number two, what is the root, and like, there's no solution, there's no one all solution. That's what I was saying. So like, this organization, how do they actually target, how are they doing that with the kids?
What, Young Minds?
Yeah. So, like, what's their approach?
They've got a massive kind of engagement program, and all their kind of material and education programs kind of written by kids, basically, or teenagers or young adults. So they've got them heavily involved in what they're doing, which I think.
From the source.
So it comes from the source, and then they do a lot of talking, and kind of, they've got hotline numbers and stuff, and not just for kids, for parents as well, I think. In knowing how to, so ultimately support their children or their family.
Right.
So they do a lot of great work. So I think it's a really good thing to promote. And like I said, we just want to kind of promote kind of engagement of people with that, and awareness of that kind of, help that's out there if you need it. And I think everyone, like you said, is an individual, and they need kind of help on an individual levels, because everyone's different, and I think that they offer that as well. And I think raising awareness of things like this is a big part of what we're trying to do.
Brilliant.
That's beautiful.
So
our next one,
we have like 2 more songs, and then we have your NFT to give away. So let me see what we have here. The next one you were saying.
Well, our next one's interesting. I've done over my course. I mean, I've been around doing music a lot. I've done quite a lot of kind of youth work, writing songs with kids and teenagers and stuff as a way to give them, keep them engaged and be creative. And the next one is one of the kind of Stick Up Boys kids who's had an interesting life, and he wanted to do a rap album. It's got swearing on it, so I feel really bad. So I'm going to say that now.
Oh, that's fine.
No, we can.
I know it's fine here.
We can, yeah.
You might might have like young listeners, which we don't want to corrupt in their ears because it shouldn't come from us. But if they're swearing on your behalf, it's all good.
Well,
free
he
to
asked.
you here.
He asked us to produce a track and some tracks that he's written of lyrics that are quite heavy and quite dark, and we said we'd produce him a track. So we did this a couple of weeks ago, and he wants to release it under interesting enough, he wants to do it anonymously as well. So so he's he's been around the Stick Up Boys, so he calls himself MC and
Stick Up Girls, exactly. Salatron just threw that in. Where are they?
The Stick Up Boys were around. We called them the Swags, actually. Stick Up Boys' wives and girlfriends, and they are long suffering. But they sing. To be fair, they're often around if we're making videos or animations. Often on some of the backing vocals that you hear. So the Stick Up Girls, or the Swags as we call them, are definitely around Silo.
Yeah. Is it? Aren't you like coming up to your 22nd, 22nd year of matrimony? Isn't that?
It is. You did me some artwork. Yeah, it's actually today. My anniversary. My anniversary is today. So,
all right. So happy.
Congratulations, Stick Up Mama.
Yeah, Stick Up Mama. Stick Up Spouse.
Stick Up Spouse. Yeah.
Yeah, Stick Up Spouse.
We went to see a David Bowie exhibition this morning, a photography exhibition, had lunch and stuff. So nice. 22 years. But no, this next one is it's really good to do. So I think again it's kind of almost like youth work, but it is, he's got a whole album of these kind of things. It's very different from what we normally do. Usually we're running about 80 to 90 tracks of audio. I think this one's got about 6. It's very specific genre of kind of spoken word poetry and rap. There's not choruses. It's and I just thought actually we'll give you stuff that's unreleased. The Make Me Beautiful's out next Saturday, and then this one's going to be released in about 6 weeks, I think, with MC. So it's
amazing.
Penny for your
thoughts. Do you think they would ever be interested? Your Stick Up Boys would ever be interested to come on the show to speak up, or
you mean the kids?
Share their message?
Kids, the stick. We call them the sucks, actually, the Stick Up Boy kids. But, they get more involved. The older they get, they're more involved. I mean, this guy's rapping. This is 19 now.
Oh God! So it's gonna be it's gonna be One Tribe Radio, the PC version. Like you're gonna have to like gag me or something.
My 10-year-old's in the studio all the time recording his own songs now, and he knows more swear words than I do. He just doesn't use them. But
I know it's like wow.
Stick Up Boys pensioners. Thanks, Chucks.
Well, you should.
Didn't he just put out his own? Didn't your son? It was your son, right? Just putting out his own live. It was some contest I saw. Do you want to?
He does go live on the Hive open mic.
Hive open mic, and
he goes live on the Hive open mic.
I just saw that. You want to share this with us?
Okay.
Oh yeah, I've just had to record him.
Mini Stick Up.
Come on, guys, focus. Put it in there.
Focus.
But we're like running out of time, and I want to play your song, and I want to get rid of the NFT and all that good stuff. Love you, Penny, for your thoughts.
We got 24 minutes, hun.
Spend most of my days in solitude. Once you've been through the storm, the cloud follows you. Being ghost for a while, thinking long term, and won't be back till my security is confirmed. I'm gonna put my all into this rapping shit. I wanna climb to the top, can you imagine it? I know that I flow so versatile. I stay strapped with my pen like Roald Dahl. And I'm fine if you ask about my mind state. But I'm thinking about the rain on a nice day. I know my pain's intriguing, but I don't talk. The day I get shot in the head, I'll spill my thoughts. I was a bad kid, but that's dead and buried. But there's still two sides to me, so I'm like a penny. And it's funny cause I'm praying on some more pennies. I'm not a big kid, but my thoughts heavy. I stay fighting demons in my head. And that's some shit that I'll never fucking speak on. Cause that's some shit I'll go weak in the knees from. And that's some shit I'll probably never be free from. And I'll stop chasing all this money the day you see fear in my eyes. You're not a bad kid, I can see your disguise. Man, I'm real to the bone, I don't fear my demise. And in my phone I've got contacts, but only a few that I contact. I've got mob ties and political. I'm like Tommy Shelby, but I'm lyrical. One call, they'll sneak in where you rest at. I know it don't sound fair, but life ain't that. So don't think I'm soft cause I'm blowing nice. Cause I know people turn your whole crew poltergeist. So put on any beat and I'll body it. You don't spit what you're on, you spit the opposite. And I could put you in some serious predicament, but I won't do it myself, I stay innocent. You never skip meals, you had a full plate. You never struggled but you try and force pain. And it's mad cause the struggle is a trend now. That's a fact, I'm struggling to get my head round.
Very cool. Obviously has, inherited the family, talent, a lot of talent in the stick up world,
But
isn't
this
it?
is like not his son, I think.
It's
just
still,
a
but
stick-up
it's
boy.
but still stick up boy talent. There's the
Yeah,
whole
yeah.
stick up
Great
universe.
production, guys.
Yeah.
First
No,
off,
thanks. I had to listen to
very-
a lot of music I don't usually listen to learn how to produce music like that. So it was quite nice. He came round and played me lots of the music that he listens to, which is all about the lyrics, very simple backing track. So it was good. Yeah, he's got a whole album of those, so he wants to release them over the next year. So really exciting.
So make sure you
bring
just
'em here.
throw, and just also throw them at us because we can always cover that and all that good stuff.
Nice.
So
Oh, yeah, maybe you should. We need to address this. We do have like the Worldwide Cypher Jam, and it's gonna be ending in 9 days, people. And if you want to get your part in, like for instance, this young rapper you just introduced to us, you could maybe let him hear the song. Maybe he wants to put his part on. That would be
absolutely.
amazing. Let me just drop the link on you guys, because Termite just shared a new link. Time is running out. If
Yeah,
you
it
wanna
is.
do
And
some crypto
and
if we have
NFTs.
if we have enough time, maybe we should like play the track again at the end.
Yeah, we can.
I'm just gonna that'd be awesome, because come on, he's like such an awesome guy, located in London, taking his time to produce these great tracks and just waits for somebody to play with them. Maybe in
Absolutely.
the song, you can take that whole thing and just make a remix out of it. Just have fun and win some crypto and
Absolutely.
NFTs.
And NFTs. And if you win Cypher Jam 3 times, you get a t-shirt. So, and
Nice.
our t-shirts are nice. So there's that. Talking about NFTs, we still have the Stick Up Boys NFT to be won.
I love this NFT. It's a great NFT.
When you gave me that one picture, it just came to mind, and then I had to, So, what do they have to put in the audience to win this one?
I think they need to put something that they find beautiful in the world and why. I don't want to make it too easy. Something they find beautiful and why.
Okay. Okay, so you're gonna have to post a GIF of something you find beautiful and write underneath why you think it's beautiful. So.
want to
Oh,
make
that's
it too
awesome.
easy.
Did you just hear? Like Jux feels like inclined to put his singing over that track. That would be so amazing.
A
Here,
bit of
Brilliant.
guitar as
Jux,
well from Jux.
Rising Star game. Go check it out. A lot of fun.
Yeah.
It is. I love Rising Star.
So while we're waiting
too.
for that, we have actually 2 more tracks to play. We're gonna go out with the one track. So we're gonna go first. We're gonna listen to the next one, and then we're gonna talk a little bit more, and
Going
we'll go
Out.
out with the last one. So
Okay, so Going Out, this was done with Ambrose Chapel, another collab we're doing, and it's all about just the end of the UK lockdown, really. You know, looking forward to going out again. It's a really good, fun track, and it's got a comedian on called Mickey Flanagan, who's quite famous British comedian who did a sketch called Going Out Out. And it's just a bit of fun. It's just to get people to go out and party, and you know that we can see our friends again. So that's coming out, I think, on about the 14th of June, just before the end of the UK kind of lockdown. As long as we do stop being on lockdown and end of the kind of the laws on lockdown. So this is a good fun track. Again, it's not out at all. Your first ones to hear it. So I hope you like this one.
and Naj wins Stick Up Boys, by the way. Naj said posted coffee and said, "I can't get moving without it." So that's love right there.
I'm thinking. I don't know. It's like, yeah, that's so cute. It's like
That is
so
stuff. Come on,
fast. all the
family as
time.
well. I know he's fast.
Yeah, family as well. So all right,
Family
so
and coffee, two of my
family
favorite
and coffee.
things.
So
Congratulations, Naj.
and we're gonna listen to Going Out.
I was sitting there looking at the birds and the bees. I didn't mean the one sitting in the trees. I was dreaming about the things I got to do. Feeling excited that I'll see you later. Thinking about what I got to wear. Putting on my top and doing my hair. Looking in the mirror and asking one question. Looking at me is another dimension. We're going out. We're going out tonight. We're going out. And no one's gonna stop us. We're going out. We're going out tonight. We're going out. And no one's gonna stop us. I walk down the street with a step in my shoes. First time I've been out is 2022. Can't hide the cheeky smile in my eyes. Can't believe that I'm free under the skies. My mates are laughing, laughing and laughing. It's still early and the night's just starting. Jump up and down to get your attention. Looking at me, it's another dimension. We're going out tonight. We're going out, and no one's gonna stop us. We're going out. We're going out tonight. We're going out, and no one's gonna stop us.
I didn't even come out. I only popped out. People don't hear this. They look at you, they go, look, you popped out. You've ended up out. You may as well come out now. If you've got just the right amount of alcohol in your system, you look at it and you go, you know what? I'm coming out now.
We're going out. We're going out tonight. We're going out, and no one's gonna stop us. We're going out. We're going out tonight. We're going out, and no one's gonna stop us.
That was great fun. That really was great fun. Right
That
there.
was amazing.
Absolutely.
My guest just asked if you're already on Rising Star. He wants to stake onto that track because he thinks this is a. He wants to buy it. Did you hear him? That's his Unicron, by the way, in the house.
Nice.
Yeah.
It's not on Rising Stars yet, that one, but we're definitely, we've got a couple on there. So we've got a couple on the VFT lab as well.
I have on Rising Star.
Do we have Termites thing? Because we have we have 10 minutes left. So the song, let's do Termites song. I think it's 2 minutes. Then I'll play my version so they can hear what they can do with it, and then we'll go out with Stick Up Boys' last song. Is there anything more you wanted to say, Stick Up Boys, about your charity, about what you're doing, what are you going to be up to, all that good stuff?
Yeah, well, definitely. If you can, we'll be posting a lot about our Make Me Beautiful competition over the next couple of weeks. So if you're on kind of Twitter or Instagram, TikTok, or obviously on the Hive, then please give it a little bit of love. That would be greatly appreciated. We've got lots of songs coming out. We've got some obviously NFTs on Rising Stars. We've just been on Music for Life as well. Got some NFTs part of their VFT lab. So any support on there would always be appreciated. But apart from that, just big up the music.
Brilliant.
The music.
All right. So
and big up Ema, by the way.
Always. Ema. Shout out to Ema.
Yeah, I'm so looking forward to have
always shout out to Ema.
2 weeks. Nikki's gonna be on with Blame, Conrad Blame.
I look forward to that. I'll tune in to hear Nicky. We've just been singing over one of his tracks actually.
Oh wow! You know where to bring it, right, when it's done. Grab.
All right. So this is Termites beat.
Hey yo, you know what it is? Worldwide Cypher Jam with Termite. What up? Back.
Gotta love Termite. So basically, just so that everybody understands, when it comes to Termite's Cypher Jam, you can do anything. You can sing on it, you can rap on it, you can play a kazoo, you can take your dog and basically play, doggy drum and use it. That's, you can. He said quality doesn't.
Rules, there are no rules. That's what Termite always says.
Yep. And he said it can be any quality. You can do it you can record it in your bathtub. You can record it, in a studio. You can do whatever. So I'm going to show you guys.
Oh, and we need to say that we're going to announce the winner on the show, and we're going to play the track, the winning tracks.
The first 3 tracks.
Then, by the way, you won the T-shirt as well. Congratulations.
Yeah, the first 3 tracks are going to be played. There's going to be a participation NFT that all 3 the top tracks will win, and then the winner will also get the trophy track and some coin. So I'm gonna play right quick my entry. Obviously, it's just an honorary entry. I just do them to show people what to do, and I just love the jam. This one comes with visuals, so if you want to look at it, go to mspwaves.com. All right, let's do this if I can
drop the
find
link.
it. Huh?
I'll drop the link.
There we go.
Hey, yo, you know what it is. Worldwide Cypher Jam, turn right, what up?
Worldwide Cypher Jam, baby. Sometimes this world makes me feel like it ain't real, like it ain't my home. Sometimes this girl's gotta run, 'cause she has no home but the sky above. Tell me about love, baby. Show me the way, and maybe I'll stay. Maybe I'll stay. Maybe I'll stay. Worldwide Cypher Jam.
Yeah, I'm creeping back.
So that's sort of like, you know, what you can do with it. Just like a little whatever. All right, so next week, who do we have coming next week?
Oh, another great show coming up next week, episode 21. We're gonna have Patchwork. She's German, living really close to me. I've found on Hive. Really awesome. She reached out. Oh, she does the most amazing photography and stock movies, and I'm just blown away. She invited me. We're gonna meet soon when we're both like all good and this whole situation has lifted. Really looking up forward to that. And then Sweet Ollie is gonna come on. I hope. Are you gonna bring your track, the collaboration?
No, because at the moment Whitty has entered Whitty, who's going to be rapping on it as well. He has, you know, he's in a world of pain. Three of his girls are like, you know, no, not bad world of pain, just sort of like chaos, because he has ballet recitals with his girls and they're graduating, end of summer, end of year chaos basically. So he has to he has to survive that week. You know.
Oh my gosh, people, you're all holding out on like the most amazing track. I don't know if you remember a few weeks, was it last week or 2 weeks ago when you brought us the song? What's the title of the song again? It's oh my gosh,
I haven't played it anyway yet.
Yeah, I think you did.
No, I did. No, I have not. I have not done it publicly yet. No.
I have like I'm weird.
Yeah.
I thought we did. Well,
no, we didn't.
Beautiful song coming up. She made me cry. Ollie is just super awesome. On those two, like Tiger and Ollie, both of those voices together. I was sobbing this morning. This is how she's like, yeah, I want to hear you sob. That's what she likes to hear me cry.
No, it's because I usually don't cry. I don't cry easily, and when Ollie sent me her part, I was crying like a baby. I was like sobbing. So I was like, this is gonna go nuclear on Divine. If it made me cry, Divine is going to turn into a blob, which she did. So predictably.
Yeah, Jeff agreed. He's gonna put like some other instruments on it, and I'm gonna take off and do the finishing work. So thank you for that. Also, like letting me have part. Freak Shack is gonna get busy on it. So yeah, guys, thank you for this amazing show. Oh, I forgot Ollie and Frank White, another new person, which I'm really excited to talk about. He's in the audience right now.
Hello, Frank.
Hi, Frank. Frank White, is gonna be on the show.
Yeah, and we always say my hellos to my brother who saves cats, who always listens in. Michael, you know, we love you. And
thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, and what did I want to say? We're gonna go with Stick Up Boys. Thank you, Stick Up Boys, for being here.
Thank you for having us again, and thanks for all the great work you do.
Absolutely. And
So
then
it comes naturally.
it's always a pleasure to have you. And as I said, show up. And once again, happy anniversary, Stick Up family. 22 years.
Thank you.
Yeah, happy anniversary.
I mean, 22 years. Holy
Big
shit. Holy shit.
That's what
Right.
she says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we found out he has her like tied up in the basement. Like she's that's why it
That's an
lasted.
ongoing joke in the EMA, actually, that I've got my family tied up in the basement.
Yeah.
They always say I've got them tied up in the. If I had a basement.
All right.
No, thanks for having all the great artwork you do as well. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, she's amazing.
Thank you. All right, so we're going out.
Weekend.
Yeah, have a great weekend. We're going out with Brand New World music video. So there's visuals to this. You're probably not going to see the rest of it. So let's go for it. And oh my God, no. I have to get there. No. Oh God. Okay, there we go. Chaos. Okay.
Oh, love y'all. Bye.
Bye. Again or not? Oh my God. Just play. Bye.
And my head is shouting horrible noises. And my hands are making signs of open and closing. And trembling, I take my first step. I'm falling. You've taken the net away. And this is the brand new world we're living in. And see what the future holds. Not giving in, not giving up, not gonna stop. Gotta keep on going, keep on going. And my eyes are blinking when the wind swept in. No, I'm not crying. It's just a river that's falling like the rain, flooding the grasslands. I'm floating, not sinking in quicksand. And this is the brand new world we're living in. And see what the future holds. Not giving in, not giving up, not gonna stop. Gotta keep on going, keep on going. Nothing gonna stop me like a train. Nothing gonna move me like the rain. I'm falling, yeah, I'm falling. I'm gonna take in all your pain. Never gonna be the same again. I'm changing, yeah, I'm changing. And this is the brand